Our loving reminder today is this: that love is content and confident. Sometimes when describing a relationship that a friend might be in, one that we view as unhealthy, we might describe it as being toxic. It's a relationship often where one partner always takes advantage of the other one. They're jealous of their time and their affection, and so they limit their circle of friends. They don't want the person to grow or to increase or to mature because they fear that if they do, that they will leave them behind. And so they're constantly jealous of who they are, not wanting them to change in any way. Jealousy is a very dangerous emotion. It's a very dangerous spiritual habit that we can come into without even realizing it. We sometimes are jealous of the people that we love the most because we know them the best. When we look at other individuals on social media or other avenues and we see how good their life is, and people that we have great affection for, we suddenly become very jealous of them, how successful their life appears to be, without, of course, ever realizing their own difficulties, their own faults, and their own failings. In reality, Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 4 that love does not envy. Love is not jealous. Love is content in who it is and is content in the relationship that they have with that other person. It's content and confident. It's happy for another person when they receive success because they're happy with who they are. Not because they think that they are so great, but because as Christians, we have found the confidence and the grace and the mercy of God. We understand that we are image bearers of God, and that anything that we do or anything that another does, all is for the glory of God and not for the glory of ourselves. When we find contentment in God's love and in our relationship with Him, we are granted great freedom and liberty to rejoice in the success and in the joy of others. That's really the power that we receive by really understanding and knowing and comprehending the love that God has for us. Without that contentment and without that confidence, our minds can quickly go astray. We can find nefarious motives in others. We can assume the worst about others, and we can start elevating ourselves above our own friends, believing that we are more worthy of the blessings that they have received than they are. And that type of covetousness and that type of jealousy can so quickly destroy and diminish relationships. And so God wants us to know that we need to guard ourselves against such harmful practices, because genuine love isn't envious. It's not jealous. It's content and confident in the relationship that we have with God and the blessings that He has given us in our life and in our moment. And it rejoices with the success and the joy of others. So remember this week to guard yourselves against envy and jealousy, to find contentment and confidence in our God.